background as well. Quite a herd. Like at least about 12 individuals just passing through the back. You can see what this girl is doing is she's standing sort of front guard if you want. She's standing in between us and the herd. They're all moving through the back area. Ears open a little bit. It's reminding us of how big she is. But they're not too worried. The rest of the herd pretty relaxed again. They calmed down very quickly as soon as she decided we weren't bothering them. Look at this one. A little interest of a youngster. Love elephants at this age, especially when the matriarch or the rest of the herd are quite relaxed. It means that they then feel quite comfortable to come and investigate things that might tickle their curiosity. Crossing stations, now they're coming off on Yala Road South, about halfway, slowly heading north. There's a backside disappearing. Crossing the road, look at those two youngsters. 3 youngsters. That's the female that gave us a bit of the ears up earlier. There's quite a herd actually, probably 15 plus. Sort of the average size of a breeding herd, anything from about 8 to about 20, 25 individuals in this area. And that can vary slightly depending on the habitat and the area they find themselves in, but typically about that number. And then we see these very big herds, sort of super herds, 200, 300 elephants. There's some parts of Africa that you can still see. That's normally lots of smaller herds all just congregating together. Little guy. Hardly think that's food for some animals. It looks to us pretty much dry sticks. Perfect food for elephant. Little guy, just over a year old now. Very healthy calf. That's just looking at its shape. It's nice and bulky. Obviously getting enough milk. It's also at an age now where it is starting to cook quite significantly for itself, eating whatever mum is eating. following what the adults do, and with that they learn not only what foods are edible, but also what foods are good certain times of the year. Like I said just now, that what looked like a dead stick to us is something that's food for them now, but obviously it's not something they'll be eating middle of summer when there's a lot of sort of lush green plants around. And their diet also changes or varies over the 12 months of the year. Move again a bit, some rusted bush willow seeds in the foreground there. There's another gap just through the trees here. It's like being in a shop and just walking from one spot to the next spot in the aisle. Elephants spread out all the way along the road here. Look at that perfect line from tail tip over the crest of the back or the ridge. Imagine elephants have got incredibly strong skeletons. They're enormous animals. This animal we're looking at now probably weigh about 3.5 tons. 3 tons, it's about 6,000 odd pounds. Imagine that size body if it's walking or running down a hill or playing around. It's very sturdily built. Backbone, both in the legs but also the spinal column, very, very strong. It's another way you can see these elephants are at the end of winter now. They're not in bad condition, they're in very good shape. But you can just see the spinal cords or spinal columns just slightly more pronounced. As we go into summer now and they're eating a lot of green foods with a lot of good sugars in them and a lot of good nutrition in them, these elephants will just bulk out a little bit again. There, the block. Through. Let's go a little bit more down.